Hey church family, Kyle here with Testimony Tuesday for the week of July 11th. The first one is from Kathleen Horn. Her beloved dog that has been her favorite dog that she's ever had, full of energy, full of life, got in a tussle with a raccoon a couple of weeks ago. And a week after this fight with the raccoon, the dog's back half of his body was completely paralyzed. His legs, everything on the back half of his body was paralyzed. And she took him into the vet, told him what happened to the raccoon. It's actually a disease that is common with raccoons and dogs when there's a bite involved. And so the prognosis is not good. It's about 50-50 whether the dog even lives or not. And pretty much there's no hope for any recovery of use of the legs or the part of the body that was paralyzed. So the best case scenario, according to doctors, according to veterinarians, is that this dog would be paralyzed in the same place. It would live, but it'd be paralyzed, and Kathleen would have to carry the dog everywhere, would even have to help it go to the bathroom. So just a really not fun or ideal situation for the rest of this dog's life. And so Kathleen called her prayer partners that know her love for the dog, and two of her prayer friends were brought to tears. They were filled with the compassion of Jesus for Kathleen and her dog, and they prayed from that place of the river of compassion of Jesus with tears. Well, guess what? God responds to our prayers, but he especially responds to our prayers when there's his compassion filling us and even his holy tears filling us. I've seen so many more answered prayers when there's tears involved, holy tears, than not tears. And so that's what happened. And sure enough, the dog named Champ has regained full mobility of his back legs against the doctor's expectation. So our God is a miracle working God. He moves with compassion. He moves based on our prayers, especially when we're filled with his mercy and compassion and his tears. So cool. And then last testimony, Kevin Hool, who oversees our men's ministry, and his wife works with our children's ministry. He was in a terrible, life-threatening accident on a lake in Michigan where he was centimeters away from death with a severe neck injury. He ended up having to have surgery last week to repair the C1 vertebrae, and the best case scenario happened where they were able just to repair that one vertebrae. They didn't have to fuse it to anything. So he's gonna have full mobility in his neck. He's gonna make a full recovery. Kevin reports that there were 5 specific prayers that they prayed to God, and there were 5 specific tailor-made answers to all of those prayers. And so right now, Kevin and Michelle and their girls and their whole family are just blown away by the Lord's presence. Kevin is hearing God's voice so clearly, like staggeringly clear. So what the enemy meant for evil, God is completely using for great good for Kevin and his family. And again, a great, perfect surgery, the best results they could have imagined. And even more than that, the spiritual results are just mind-blowing for this family right now.